I'm here with Coach Joe DuPaix, coach for the running backs, right?
That is correct.
All right, and your second year going into your second year here. What are some of the things you've learned in your first year and going forward?
You know what? It's been a phenomenal experience for me thus far, and some things I've learned is that I got some phenomenal football players that I get to coach. You know, and I knew that coming in, but the more that I've gotten to know them, the better I've been impressed. And you know, from Michael Lisa to Yona Pritchard to Juice Kazada, et cetera, we have some really good players, and that opportunity to coach and teach them from a program standpoint, just the independence, you know, and being able to schedule whoever we want to and have that kind of freedom, and having that contract with ESPN has been huge. It's been a really good thing for us, and so that's been fun to watch as well. And then just being on the football staff with, you know, Bronco Mendenhall and Brandon Doman and the rest of the guys, it's really been cool to hang out with those guys that are phenomenal people, and been able to learn a lot from them as well.
Talk a little bit about what are some of the big differences coaching here as opposed to other schools?
You know, obviously, you know, you have a more mature football player here than a lot of other schools. You know, previously I was at the Naval Academy, and we had some very mature young men there as well. But other schools, you don't get the same young man to come to your school. And so from a maturity standpoint, you know, where you have a young man that is truly committed to being great in every area of his life, whether it be football or academic or social, that's a remarkable thing. And it's been fun for me to watch and see these guys carry such great loads and be very successful while they do it. And so that definitely is something about BYU that's pretty special.
All right, last question. Your father is a legendary high school coach here in Utah. What are some of the things you learned from him as far as coaching?
Well, you know, my dad was, you know, probably a lot of the stuff that I have learned is you know, lessons I've learned just through watching him and seeing his example. But, you know, he coached for a long time and won a bunch of games, and he was always very composed. He was always very fair with the players. He was always honest with the players, and he was demanding, you know, he wasn't a big yeller or screamer. You know, I'm probably more energetic than he is, but he was very demanding and had expectations, and those are definitely some things that I learned from my dad. You know, just some of those core principles and values that you need to have as you teach young men and try and become the best within a football program.